So let's move on now to Benue. Dan Ihomu is the APC Publicity Secretary for Benue State Chapter. He joins us virtually this morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on the program today. Well,
good morning.
Well, we also see over the weekend the protest, the disagreement between two factions in the party in the state. In fact, some say one faction loyal to the governor, the other faction loyal to the SGF, all seem to be going at each other. But at the moment now, could you tell us what is being done to resolve this matter? Because as it were, it appears as though both parties are sticking to their guns now.
Let me make it very clear to everybody in Nigeria that there are no factions in the Benue APC. Benue APC remains one, united, and we are under the leadership of our chairman, Comrade Austin Agada, who is our leader in the state. There are no factions at all. Of course, there are disagreements within the party, but there is no faction at all. The chairman, the state working committee, the state executive of our party is solely behind the chairman of our party in the state, Comrade Austin Agada.
Who is Mr. Benjamin Omakolo?
Benjamin Omakolo is the suspended welfare secretary of our party. He is my friend and colleague, so he's the welfare secretary. That's who Omakolo is.
But he says that he is the chairman of the party.
I think that he needs to undergo some mental tests or some psychological tests. Omakolo, I know him to be a very close friend to me. He's a smart guy, but he tattoo, so there must be something wrong with him. If not, how can Omakolo claim to become the acting chairman of our party in the state? The party is run by a constitution, and we have hierarchy of levels. And so even if anything happens to the state chairman, we have the state deputy chairman, we also have zonal chairman. And so the succession plan of that, or hierarchy of our party as enshrined in our constitution as amended in 2022 is very clear. And so if anybody comes out to say that he's acting chairman, I wonder where it's coming from. Let me clarify this thing. The APC is not a village meeting. It's not a committee meeting that you will say that your elders just decided and made you acting chairman. There are rules, there are procedures, and we are guided by the Holy Grail, which is the constitution of the party.
All right, I want you to be able to talk to you a little bit about what you said. Now, you're saying that there's no division, but there actually is. It's obvious to everyone that there is some issue going on with the APC, especially with the fact that there was an attack recently at the meeting where a vote of confidence was supposed to be passed on Mr. Agada. I wanted to find out if you were at that meeting as well, and what your experience was with the security operatives at the time when they invaded the secretariat.
I was at the meeting. Let me clarify once more. I said that there are no factions, but of course there are interests and there are little wranglings, which I used to call it friendly fire. I was there at the secretariat when it was invaded. We were there, we received members of our party from Ihaje Ward 1, Obadibo, the ward of the chairman. And they came in solidarity. They came to denounce what faceless persons, which one of them is a supervisory councillor for works. His name is Godwin Abba.
Yeah, so when the security operatives got into the secretariat, what happened?
When we received this delegation from this ward ESCO from Ihaje Ward 1, suddenly we saw the chief security officer of the governor. He came in with the commissioner of water resources, the SSA on youth unemployment.
So basically, he came in with people who you have pointed out just now, sir. You just pointed out that the people that the security operatives came in with are people who work with the governor. That's what you just pointed out to us, a governor that is also a member of your party. So it will be very strange to hear you say that there is no division in your party. If you were attacked and other members were attacked by people who you say work for the governor, who is also a member of your party, then it just goes to show clearly that there is a problem in your party. And it looks like people may be right in their assertions that there might be some kind of play involved here. In fact, that brings me to my next question, which has to do with the fact that they say this whole impasse really has to do with the state governor and the SGF. And this drama will continue to go back and forth until these two people are able to come together and form some kind of united front. You know, what do you make of that assertion that this is an issue with Governor Hyacinth Alia and George Akume, and it's the loyalties of their people that is being, you know, that's been causing these back and forth?
Let me put this point straight away. The SGF has not problem with the governor. It is the governor and the party and stakeholders. And as I've said before, there is no factions in our party. Let me show you a document in my hand that clearly shows the appointment of the name of the chairman of Ihaje Ward 1. His name is Honorable Peter Onoja. This is his appointment letter. This is also a letter of the removal of the so-called person who was claiming to be chairman. They appointed the supervisory council for what? The dates are there. The letter of appointment is dated 16 December 2023. The day of removal is 13th December 2023. And I want to make it very clear that those people who were called to government house, that they claimed that they suspended for the popular suspension, we are told that they were coming to receive palliatives from the governor. That's what took them to Makodi. They came to receive palliatives. And even among the 7 of them, only 3 were escorts from Ihaje. And then even the 3 of them, 2 of them have come out to say that they only went there to collect palliatives. And they have clearly come out to tell us at that meeting that they had no part in that charade. If you see the letter on my hand, this is where they have passed a vote of confidence on the chairman. And what happened on that very day was that the people in the government knew that the real bona fide escort of Ihaje was coming to the secretariat in solidarity with their son, to come and thank members of the Second Committee for standing by their son, and to thank the National Work Committee for also setting aside the purported suspension. So the issue in Benue is not about the SGF and the governor. It's about the governor and the party. That is where the problem is. Parties and stakeholders are complaining that the governor does not carry them along. That is basically the issue. And so, as I've said before, the party no factions, but of course, we have a international agreement that attempt to call friendly fire.
You say that the problem is between the governor and the party, that the party is complaining that the governor is not carrying them along. But this national chairman, this state chairman was said to have been suspended over anti-party activities. Can you talk to us a bit more about that? Can you hear me? Oh, it looks like we lost him, yeah. We lost him briefly there. But the situation in Benue will continue to be interesting, given what he's just said now. Everybody who's been looking at what has been happening, everyone knows that, well, maybe not everyone, but at least most people know that the relationship between the governor, the current governor of the state, Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia, and the SGF, who was the one who also brought him, I don't want to say godfather, but hey, the priest, Yeah, the Reverend Father is Catholic. He might understand the use of that word, Godfather, especially in the context in which we're using it here. We know that the relationship has been frosty quite a bit, and it does appear that it's beginning to reflect in terms of the relationship within the party, and also even the last elections, this by-elections that happened in Benue. I recall that the governor was addressing in Benue. I recall that the governor and he was telling people to calm down, sheath their swords, let there be peace, let everything go peacefully. The police commissioner was also there with the governor saying that everything will go well. It does appear that there's been at least for the by-elections, they've been able to achieve some, will I say, consensus in terms of how the elections should go. But this is where we are now, where we have two contending chairmen. How is this going to be resolved? How do you think, what exactly do you think is going to happen right now if we have two people? Because if one person says, I'm the chairman, another person says, no, you're not the chairman, I am the chairman. And some people are saying, look, we have already fulfilled, according to the Constitution, what needs to happen. That this chairman was suspended at the ward level. His people suspended him. And the executives who carried it out are not hiding. They're actually claiming that they did it. They are taking ownership for what they have done. Can we really dismiss that?
Malkwe, those people who claim to have suspended the chairman, this is the letter from them, passing a vote of confidence from the chairman. Those people, the man who claimed to suspend the chairman of our party is an appointee of government. He's the supervisor for works in Obadibo. The constitution of the APC is very clear. In an event where the chairman of the party in the state is removed, we have the deputy chairman of the party in the state. In an event, even when the deputy chairman is removed, we have zonal chairman. The zonal chairman in Zone C, where our chairman comes from. And so the succession of the hierarchy of succession is not in doubt at all. And so where are these people claiming that they got their chairman from?
Pardon me, but
because our constitution is very clear.
I haven't read the constitution of the APC, and you haven't cited that portion which says that the deputy chairman, should take over. What they say, what they claim, is that in the event that a chairman is removed, somebody from within his own zone or his own ward is the one who should take over as chairman. Is that what your constitution says? Even
the constitution is very clear. Even when the chairman is removed, the deputy chairman is there. After the deputy chairman, there's a zonal chairman, Zone C. In our case, his name is Bishop Peanut Obaji. After the deputy chairman, Zone C, we also have the state treasurer, Alhaji Muhammad Hassan.
I'm not contesting the hierarchy which you have.
Let me explain. The hierarchy of succession is there. Honorable Makolo, the former welfare secretary of our party, is the last person online. There's no way you can bring it. The party, the APC is not a village. It's not a village meeting. We are guided by the constitution.
I'm sorry to interrupt you again. You have shown me a copy of your party's constitution. I'm simply saying, is it possible for you to cite precisely where within your constitution you're talking about to back up what it is you're saying? Because they too are also claiming part of this same constitution you're holding upholds what it is that they have done.
Our constitution does not say that at all. It will take me time to go to the point, to the page, or to the article that talks about our succession. But it's clear, and the National Work Committee of our party has made it very clear that they have set aside the purported suspension. And as so as a party, we rely solely on our constitution and on the authority of the National Secretariat of our party.
All right.
Does the national chairman recognize what has happened? I mean, right now within which faction does the national working committee of your party recognize?
There is no faction in our party in Benue State. There's only one ESCO of our party, and that is the ESCO led by Comrade Austin Agada, in which I am the state publicity secretary. That is the ESCO of our party in the state, and is recognized by the national.
All right, Mr. Danny Homo, we do thank you for talking to us this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right, so Mr. Austin Agada and Benjamin Omakolo were actually scheduled to be on the show, only to be told moments ago today that they were not going to be able to make the program.